Welcome everyone. Let's get started. And good evening, and thank you all for joining. And here with us we have Ramu, my partner, my son and partner, and Dave Tucker, who is also our partner for quite a few years. And well, Ramu, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, welcome everybody. I know it's been some time since we've done one of these webinars, so we're very excited. So just a little bit of an update. We have decided to take a deeper dive into our process for evaluating deals and investments than we have in the past. With the market shifts, things are getting more uncertain, and definitely we want to be way more responsible with the funds that you entrust through us and invest. So we want to do our due diligence. We're very excited today to present two investments that we feel are very good. One being in Greenville. We've bought large portions of Dave Tucker's neighborhoods in the past in Greenville, and they have served us and our investors really well. And they're doing another development there, so we're very excited about that. Of course, people have figured out the secret, so prices have gone up a little bit, but still a lot of good potential. And we also have an opportunity in Warner Robins, Georgia, associated with the most immediate past investment that we offered. The construction's already on track. We have homes on the ground and they're ready to sell. The beauty of those homes is they are much lower priced, leaving a greater opportunity for appreciation with time. Now, same builder, same model, same homework. We're very excited to present this deal to you guys. Some of it will be familiar, some of it will be new, but all of it will be great. So let's get started. I'm going to hand it back to my dad. Dad, would you like to introduce yourself? I'll introduce myself, and then we'll hand it over to the great Dave Tucker.
Yes, good. So let me again share the screen right now. All right.
Uh-oh, might be the wrong screen. There we go.
Okay, new investment homes, and of course there is a disclaimer. And basically, this is not an SEC type of deal, but it is more of a real. We both of us, all the three of us are realtors, and I'm a broker, and Dave is also a broker, and we are selling homes to you guys, investment homes. And of course, we are going to present a lot of information which you have to do your own due diligence. Okay. And that's what we would like to say. And then let's proceed. And presentation agenda, of course, it is location, forecast, trends, demographies, and available opportunities. And of course, we are going to talk about loans and how the interest rates a little bit, and also the rental, and what are the opportunities for growth in the city, and property management as well. And myself, I have raised about $35 million total. Of course, Ramu has been partnering with me for the past couple of years. And I have been a top producing realtor broker when I was in Keller Williams. And now I have slowed down a little bit on that front. And I have over 20 years of real estate investment experience. I don't know how it got changed. I updated it. And I have personally invested in more than 3,000 multifamily units. And I'm also a GP in general partner in 20 plus syndications. And I have a honorary doctorate for my social contribution. And just yesterday, we have two children, those who said 1,330 Tirkurals, couplets. It is not so easy. And they won $500 award. And of course, we had so many other children, about 300 children participated. And we do a lot of those things and charities throughout the year through Sasta Tamar Foundation. Anyway, that is our passion. And that is where we got that a habit of helping others, and that we are extending it to our investors as well. and that, we are helping ourselves and our investors. And now, Ramu, please introduce yourself, and then we will then give it to Dave.
Thank you, Dad. I've had the privilege of helping Dad raise over $18 million in equity for syndications. I'm also a licensed realtor. I have 7 or 8 plus years of real estate investment experience at this point, right? And I have experience in several different asset classes. I'm talking about personal, not just as a GP. Multifamily, single family, short-term rental, long-term rental, co-living, um, industrial warehousing, land development, you name it. The beauty of that is that we get to bring a plethora of knowledge and experience. I like to tell our investors that we learn on our dime, so you can make a dime. So we're going to bring our experience and our mistakes to the table to help you not make those mistakes and instead make a profit, you know? Of course, we can't guarantee anything, but we've had a very strong track record in guiding our investors. I have the privilege of being a co-sponsor or a co-GP for 4 different syndications. So I'm very proud of that. 2 are in multifamily. One is with Dave, actually, in the construction, and then one is in a warehousing project. I am an Eagle Scout, and through our family foundation, I have the privilege of leading our partnership with Feeding America. We signed a Million Meals Pledge. So we're committed over the next 4 more years to putting 1 million meals on the table for those who need it most through our family's foundation. So I know that's not what this is about, but it's really what we're passionate about, and we're always promoting charity and giving. So just another opportunity, guys. So thank you. Thank you. Let's
Thank you, Ramu.
get right into it, and then let's maybe Dave can introduce himself.
Ramu has been coached to contribute 10% of his income for charity, and he has now come to a level of contributing $20,000 last year for the charity. That is where he started that million meals, which is another $80,000, right? So definitely, I'm so proud of him, and of course, Dave also supports us.
I've had the privilege of working with Ramu and Valu for quite a few years now. I think the first one was back around 2016 or so. Very lucky and happy to be part of the team here. So we have done numerous other projects together. This particular one in Georgia is probably one of our largest. Doing new homes for, man, I lost track how many years now, but we have started a company years ago, and I apologize, somebody's chiming in on the chat. It seems that everybody can hear me, hopefully, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I started back in 2008 with a passion for building homes, started building custom homes. And ever since 2008, I've done everything from building houses to developing land to building restaurants, you name it. There's not a whole lot I haven't done. Owner finance mortgage notes, all the way up to equities exchange as well. Just another form of 1031. So very happy to have people such as everyone on this group. There's the deck. And very happy to be part of the team and continue the success with everyone.
Thank you. I really appreciate you, Dave, and you have been a tremendous resource for all of us. And you can also introduce your team. You have a couple of people on the ground, right? Just go ahead, and then I will pull up the PowerPoint just in a second.
Perfect. Yes, I don't have enough time to say how great our team is, but we have a chief financial officer that is an enrolled agent with the IRS. So we don't only look at things just from, making a profit standpoint, but how taxes are concerned and how we can make sure that everybody stays in compliant with every deal that we do. We just took on a full-time purchasing manager about a year and a half ago as well. We've gotten to the point where we've got somebody who is focused every day on nothing but making sure we're getting the best pricing, we're competitive in our market, and that has led us now that we are building in subdivisions next to some of the top 10 builders in the US because we can be competitive. So we have created a very wonderful team. Don't have enough time to really explain how wonderful they are, but it's incredible the things that we can do with just a handful of people that takes, dozens of people with other teams in the industry. So added Valu and Ramu in that as well.
Yeah, we can quickly go through the success stories of what you have been doing, and then we will stop the presentation and you can show the real scenario right now in Georgia, and then again we'll pick it back up. So go ahead and explain this quickly, Dave.
This was a subdivision that we did start to finish in about 20 months. It was 33 houses. We started with just the dirt, did all the infrastructure, got it city approved within 5 months, and then turned around and built all 33 houses in roughly about 13 months or so. Out of these 33 houses, Ramu and Valu did bring well over half of the community, I believe, as far as investors. It was a subdivision that did not have an HOA. It was kind of situated as an infill property. And we sold it out probably, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe in about 3 months at most.
Yeah, we
finished that project.
and everybody is happy. And I bought
Yes.
one $230,000. Now it is worth 270, and it has been rented continuously since I bought. Yeah. Go.
Yes, I did. I forgot you did get one. Absolutely. So we've done several of these type of subdivisions on different levels. This particular subdivision at Park Place, Savannah, it's one that we did north of Dallas, a little bit higher price point, similar type houses, just a little bit more masonry because of the price point. It was 73 lots. We developed that in exactly 12 months. We did the entitlements, did all the horizontal development, which means the roads, water, sewer, electric, got it city approved, ready for houses in that 12-month period, and started building, and so sold our first houses within the next 5 months. We were delivering houses at that point. There was a second phase to the subdivision that was another 77 lots. So it was a total of 150 lots that we entitled and developed at the end of the day.
All right, next one.
This was actually the subdivision where I first met Valu a long time ago. We won't say how many years. But this was a townhome development and duplexes. We took a 20-lot townhome development, duplex development. We replatted it and made townhomes on the far left side there. Ended up making it 27 units, increasing the value and the equity on it, and then sold individual townhomes. We started selling those, again, this was quite some time ago, at about 160, and we ended up selling the last ones around 270, 280.
Yeah, and today probably they are about 350 or 400 maybe.
Yes, I saw one on the market not long ago for 325. So
okay. All right, so we have 2 subdivisions where we are going to open up the opportunities, and the homes are almost ready. You probably, I think the earnest money deposit is only $1,000. We can get the contract going and all that. But again, these are the details about that. The name of it is Delano Estates, and the location is Greenville. And it is Greenville. We have been investing in Greenville for quite a while, more than 5 years, and it is growing pretty good. And it is also located centrally located, right? Where exactly, Dave?
Yeah, I'd like to kind of share a little bit. So several major highways intersect in Greenville, which makes it a great spot for a transportation hub. You have excellent employment like L3 Harris, they're a defense contractor. Some of my friends actually work in Greenville in defense there. Very accessible through 380. easy to get to and back from Greenville. You have, we live here. This is Greenville. It's 30 minutes down the road for us, right? And so it's been an excellent spot that's been a secondary market or even a tertiary market, if you want to call it. And it's grown so much that it's hard to find homes there now.
Yeah.
There have been occasions where we'll go, there'll be a sign in the ground and nothing but dirt. We'll call the person on the sign and say, hey, we'd like to buy the dirt or whatever house you're going to build here. And they say, sorry, it's sold. So it's very competitive to get homes in Greenville right now. The only reason we're getting this opportunity is because we get it before it hits the market, because we know the builder. So I just want to emphasize that. Oh, part of what we pride ourselves in at Team Velu is bringing access to our investors. Going and competing in the open market is very difficult, even for us. And the only way we're able to even have some sort of advantage is to have a direct advantage, which is through relationships. Dave has been a big blessing, and he's offered first access for us and our investors before he sends any homes to the open market for several years now. So Greenville location is really well. It's a fast-growing area that continues to boom, both for just economically and in investments. So Dave, anything else you'd like to add to that?
No, I think you guys summed that up pretty well. And I will say we haven't even listed these homes on MLS yet, this particular subdivision. So you are correct. You guys are getting first look at it per se.
Thank you.
And yeah, Dallas has been growing, and you guys know how fast it is growing, and it is the same thing happening there in Greenville as well. And there is a lot of renters, and the average rent is about 1,700, and it can go up to 2,000 as well. And next slide, Ron.
Yeah, let me just give a little summary. Employment's going up by 3%. Rent is going up by almost 3%. Vacancy is going up by 0.4%. But you also got to see how many new units are coming on board. 44,000 units, and vacancy is only going up by 0.4. Think about the demand versus supply. So it's a great market to invest in. Very tough market to live in, though. I live here. Hard to move.
Yeah, this particular one, I pulled it up, and actually, if you really look at the bottom, it is on 2019. The houses were at about $150,000. Okay, and then today, 2021, 2 year 3, 4, 5, and the houses are at about what, $275,000 to $300,000. So if you have bought in 2019, you would have put $30,000 down payment, right? And the $30,000 has now earned about $150,000, right? So that is about 500%. So we are not saying that it is going to go exactly like this, but even if it appreciates by 4% instead of 10% a year, 4% a year, that is pretty conservative. And you make 100% of your 20% down payment in about 5 years' time. That's what we usually base it off of for our investments.
And that 4% is very conservative because we disregard COVID and you go prior for 4 to 6 years and you take the average, it's still somewhere closer to 5.5%, even then. And we're saying based off of 4%. So we're being conservative, very conservative. Still, even at that rate, in 4 to 5 years, you'll be able to exit with a solid return.
So on the top was entire MLS is a little bit high, and we are going to Greenville because it is a little bit lower. So that there is some amount of about $50,000 to $75,000 difference, but whereas the rents are all the same, that is why we are going there. So it makes more sense for the investors. Okay, go ahead. Next.
So a little bit about Greenville's economic development factors, right? There's connected by railroad, actual roads and highways. They have an airport. They have a steady and growing population. like I had mentioned, they are a hub, right, geographically speaking, and they're very, very friendly to investors. There's not a lot of HOAs there. They're very industry and business friendly, so they love that we're providing housing. It's easy for us as investors to grow our investments unencumbered without HOAs or covenants in neighborhoods preventing us from doing so. So Greenville overall is very investor friendly. They kind of figured out when they started doing that, Greenville started booming. So it's a win-win. A lot of new money is coming into the area.
A lot of warehouses also there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and more jobs.
Mhm.
So Dave, would you like to kind of share about the current status?
Yes. So we were introduced to this subdivision through a contact of mine, and we were lucky enough to fall into 75 pre-finished lots. So we ended up purchasing those 75 lots in this first development phase. There is a second phase of development to this subdivision that's a little over 200 lots. I believe it's about 209, if I remember correctly, that's working on entitlements and civil work now. So I say that just to say that as this community grows, that's where your equity portion will come from, right? So we've got 75 lots in here. We've got 18 on the ground now that will have the first 6 completely finished within about another week. At which time we will be launching our opening event sales at that point. February 21st is when we will be taking this to the actual open market. I'm sorry, 24th. We'll be taking that to the open market Saturday. We have 5 floor plans. I do not have drone video of this one yet, but I will in the next week and a half.
Next slide.
These are the 5 different floor plans we have. The color dots, we can reference with which floor plans on which lot. We own all the yellow lots in the kind of in the south portion of the subdivision. The subdivision itself will have gazebos, grills, playground, have a little community center up towards the front. As you can see, it has a very nice entrance as well. As our pre-development pricing, if you will, the price list is there with our pre-development pricing for people to get in on the first ground. Like I said, we have not listed any of these on MLS. We have all 18 of these available as of right now. On the 24th of February, we'll be launching this to the actual public.
Dave, just 1 second. Can you give a rough idea of which ones are how many square foot approximately? That has been a question. And
sure. The one on the top left there at the bottom, it's going to say how many square feet. Basically, it goes from too far.
There we go.
Right
there. That's there. I saw that.
Okay.
Too far.
20,
Right there.
Vegan is 2142 square foot.
Yeah. So basically, we chose to do 1380 square foot up to 2142 square foot, mostly because our competitor builder in the neighborhood is selling the same price house with 200 square feet less. Their smallest floor plan actually starts out at 1170 square foot, and they're starting out at 277. So we're able to provide a little bit larger product, give a little bit more square footage for the same price.
Okay.
Not to mention, I believe personally the finishes are a little nicer, but I'm a little biased.
I can vouch for the finishes. David's homes on the inside mirror DR Horton. I mean, they use the same quality, material in this. I don't know if the material quality, right? But it looks just really nice, right? Dave might use nicer material than DR Horton for all I know. Stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, large mirrors. Typically, when you go for a new home inspection, the inspector always finds something. The inspectors don't find a lot in Dave's homes because his inspection process is intense. So very high regards for Dave's process and finishes in his home.
Thank you,
Thank
Ramu.
you very much.
Just one more thing. The Frio is like 1,400 square foot and $280,000 approximately. It's about $200 a square foot, which is what, for smallest home, it is always going to be expensive. But whereas if it is a two-story and all that, you may have more value in the sense for Reagan, it is 2,300 square foot, but 360. So it is less than what? About $150 or approximately $150 a square foot. So some of you, if you can afford to go there, that might work out better as well. But both of them will work for sure. Rent-wise, you may not get the per square foot rate for Reagan, but well, when you sell, probably the additional square foots will really help you guys. This is as a realtor. Okay, next one.
So we do have a preferred property management company that manages in Greenville. This slide is again maybe old numbers. We're closer to like 80, 85 plus under management for our investors. They offer $99 flat monthly management fee. This is a special price for our clients. And you can kind of look through all the other fees. Very simple, straightforward. They fill a house in an average of 45 days. That's their record. That's their standard. Their record is actually 4 days. They filled a house in 4 days once. In Greenville, actually. So if you go ahead and buy one of Dave's homes, you don't have to worry. You can be anywhere in the United States. We have a really awesome property management company we can refer you to that'll handle your property. I also want to give one more example. I remember when I walked the properties when I first started working with Dad, I met Dave for the first time, and I met the property manager out on the site as well. And it's really cool because the homes would close and Dave's team would hand the keys over to the property manager's team. And there was a freeze that was about to come. So Dave called the property manager, asked for the keys back. They got it back to his team. They went into the houses and they winterized all the homes. Dave doesn't own any of the homes anymore. And I asked Dave, I was like, why'd you do it? He goes, your investors think they bought a house from me. I don't want the pipes to burst 3 days after they buy it. He's like, it's not about who owns it. It's about doing the right thing.
Yeah. So
that was,
basically,
yeah.
Yeah, rightly said, Ramu. So that is why a lot of our California investors, those who have never seen a house, they just buy the house and it is taken over by the property management company. And about 3 to 5 years, and we sell it and give it back to them, and they are pretty happy. And that's what happened. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Out of all the product lines that we offer, this is probably the smoothest process for us. Buying a home, moving into the management company, renting it, renovating it, selling it at once it's hit a peak value, and returning the capital to the investor. That cycle seems to be it's a well-oiled machine for us.
Okay, roughly it is about $1,700 to $2,000 of rent, and it will slowly go up, and your mortgage will come down a little bit after the interest rates come down when you refinance and all that. Those numbers, you will do your own analysis. And these are the 4 different plans, and these PowerPoints will be available on our portal. And this probably is the end of the slide about Greenville. And any questions, you please note it down, and we will take it up at the end. Ram Saina, thank you. And this deck will be available at the portal. If you have not signed into the portal, it is teamvelu.inv portal. INV is investment, right? First 3 letters, invportal.com. Once you, so this will become available probably tomorrow. All right, thank you very much.
We'll also email all of you a link to the recording and the slide deck. Probably a link to the portal, and then you'll be able to get it from there.
So
if you guys have any more questions, if you are interested in reserving your investment in either neighborhood, email velu@teamvelu.com or text or call 972-754-5027. We look forward to continue doing business with Dave and with all of you and growing your investments.
Yeah, when you call, I may not pick up the call, but I will return the call through WhatsApp because I may be at a different location, different country. Thank you all, and I really appreciate all of you attending today's webinar, and whoever has signed and not attended, we will send you the recording, and looking forward to support you. And you all know that there is nothing available for investment under $300,000 where we can rent it quickly. So jump on it, and then let's make use of it. Thank you all, and good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.